Hello and welcome to this video on this versus super in Java. So the keywords this and super are used in classes. So in this video we'll be seeing about what is this keyword and what is super keyword, what are the differences between them and the similarities between them in this video. So let us dive into the coding part. In Java, super keyword is used to access methods of the parent class, while this keyword is used to access methods of the current class. So what does it mean? This keyword is a reserved keyword in Java. That is, we can't use it as an identifier. It is used to refer current class's instance as well as static members. It can be used in various contexts, as I'm going to tell now. It is used to refer instance variable of the current class. It is used to invoke or initiate current class constructor. It can be passed as an argument in the method call. It can also be passed as an argument in the constructor call. And last, it can be used to return the current class instance. So here I have a program to understand this keyword. Here we have a class test main. Inside the test main, we have a integer variable a and a static integer variable b with the values 10 and 20. Then we have our test method. In this test method, I perform certain functions. And later we have a public static void main where we will be invoking a new test main and invoke this function. So this is a simple program. What we need to understand is that our void test is used to refer the current class and an instance variable a is assigned the value 100. So when I try to print the value of a, what would be the output of a using b, where b is a static variable and the values of 600. So let us understand what happens when we print here. So the values 100 and 600 are replaced. So now when I try to print the same one inside my main function, let us understand what happens. So I'll be uncommenting this statement, which is nothing but this dot a is equal to 700. So this dot a would be referring to the variable a that is of the same class. So you can see that the test main contains public static void main and also the variable. And what happens when we try to access them? We'll be getting an error. Non-static variable, this cannot be referenced from a static content. What do I mean by that? So our a is not a static variable while our b is a static variable. So when I try to make my this dot b as 700 and try to run the code, what happens? So non-static variable, this cannot be referenced from a static content. So when it is both static or non-static, the this operator keyword cannot be used in your main function to access it. This is only applicable inside the methods that you are invoking in the class. So our main function, being a static method itself, cannot access the variables using the this operator. Without this operator, I'll be able to print it out. We will not be facing any such errors. So now let us try to understand the super keyword. Super is a reserved keyword in Java, that is, we cannot use it as an identifier. Super is used to refer superclasses instance as well as static member. Super is used to invoke superclasses method or constructor. Super keyword in Java programming language refers to the superclass of the class where the super keyword is currently being used. The most common use of super keyword is that it eliminates the confusion between superclasses and subclasses that have methods with the same name. Super can be used in various contexts as given. It can be used to refer immediate parent class instance variable. It can also be used to refer immediate parent class method. It can be used to refer immediate parent class constructor. So now we'll use this code to understand super keyword better. In this program, I have a class named parent and it has two variables, a integer variable a which is associated with the value 10 and a static int variable b which is associated with the value 20. And now I have my class test main which extends this parent class, and later I have my rr method inside my test main which prints the values of a and b using the super keyword. So if you remember properly, our super keyword is used to call the parent members variable at this particular use case. We can also call the super keyword to call the constructor or even the methods. And then we have a public static void main, and we try to create a new instance of this test main and call the rr method. So let us now try to print this one. As you can see, our new instance now invokes this function and tries to print the value of a and b, our normal integer 10 and a static integer b 20. So the values are printed. Now, what happens when I try to call this particular super a? So when I uncomment it, a compile time error occurs since we cannot use super in a static context. Here the static context is nothing but a public static void main. Let me check what happens. I'm getting an error. Non-static variable super cannot be referenced from a static context. So I cannot do that. I cannot do that for B as well. I will be getting the same error. So super is applicable only inside our extended methods and it invokes the parent class. You cannot use it inside any static members. So the similarities between this keyword and super keyword is that we can use this as well as super anywhere except static area. Example of this is already shown previously, where we use this as well as super inside public static void main. Hence we get compile time error since we cannot use them inside static area. So this is the key similarities between this and super keyword. And another thing is that both are non-static keywords. We can also use this and super any number of times in a program. So I hope this video was useful. See you in the next video. Thank you.